on an adventure, remote working, or heading on a road trip. Just plug it in. There's plenty of power for all your gear. Run multiple devices at once. 1, 2, or even 10. And there's room for one more. When you stop for a break, you'll both be recharged. At least 3,000 times. EcoFlow River 2 Series. Power never been this easy.
All right, cue the camel. Is the camel coming in for our show? Did we skip it today? Okay. I love that video. Portable power. By the way, we're here in Florida. This is where HSN is located, and it's just the beginning of hurricane season. So everyone I know who works here at HSN, including myself, owns an EcoFlow. And if they don't, they're buying the Today Special. This is the EcoFlow Tech River 2 Max Power Station, and it's $339.99, the most affordable EcoFlow Today Special we've ever had. It's the lowest price we've ever offered on the River 2, lowest price we found on the River 2 anywhere. So you can get the EcoFlow, or you can get the EcoFlow with the solar panels. And I'm going to tell you, when I bought my EcoFlow, I got the package with the solar panels, because if there's a power outage, use your EcoFlow. You can recharge and reuse, recharge and reuse, recharge and reuse over and over again. But if there's a power outage, how are you going to recharge it? The sun. So here are the solar panels. And by the way, we also have an offer where you can get 2 solar panels online. So if you already own an EcoFlow and you're sort of like, you know, you're getting ready for emergency preparedness, we do have it online, and let me show it to you that real quick. So it's $379.99, and no, wait, it's that $349, excuse me, $349.99. Free shipping and handling on those. But as I'm looking at it, it's basically the same price as getting another EcoFlow. So if you're going to spend another $330 on emergency preparedness, I would think about maybe getting a second EcoFlow. But it does come with a case, so we don't always include a case. So you're going to get a case for your EcoFlow, and then you also get a case for your solar panels if you choose the solar panel option, which is right down here with the case on it. If you choose the EcoFlow Max, it is $68 on FlexPay. If you choose it with the solar panels, it's $76, but you also get the option to take a year to pay it off with no financing charges using your HSN card, and then it's $32 a month. If you don't have an HSN card, you can apply. It takes about a minute. There's no annual fee. You just call the 800 number, 695-1418. We give you a $20 coupon you can take off your order. HSN.com, you can get an HSN card. You just write the word HSN card in the search, and you get your HSN card. So we're going to be talking about all the ways you can use it. And by the way, emergency preparedness, yes, but also lots of fun. Lots of camping, lots of, you know, showing a movie in the backyard with a projector. Where do you plug that in? You plug it in here. Lots of emergency preparedness, not just for the lights going out, but for your medical equipment, for your CPAP machine, your nebulizer. We're going to bring in our special guest, Justin Hyatt. And nebulizer reminds me to introduce Justin Hyatt, because Justin and I both have asthma. So we both personally own nebulizers. So this is the most portable I think I've ever, sorry.
No, I wish I still, like, I had like braces in my inhaler as I walked in on
that was me in high school. I was pretty, you know, I was rocking it.
Excuse me, Sarah, let me use my inhaler.
Yeah.
You know, there are certain things in life, like an inhaler, like our nebulizer, we say, well, we need that. Well, those are things that we need. Food and water, where we say, of course, obviously that's a necessity. In conjunction with food and water, the third thing is always and should be power. And when it comes to power, EcoFlow has become the #1 option for just that here at HSN, and not just HSN, globally, to be the #1 power station and solar generator company to decide, yeah, you know what, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna pick EcoFlow. And what's made this a customer pick is the fact that it's not 50 pounds, that it's not 100 pounds. In fact, we just launched one that's 120. Those have their place. This only weighs 13.5 pounds. It's manageable power, it's portable power, and it's affordable. When you're looking for something where you're gonna feel like you're in control, you're gonna feel confident that you're gonna have it at home, I always say it's peace of mind to have something like this. It's peace of mind to know that you're going to be able to use it, but also that you are definitely going to use it. This is that size when we talk about portability. It opens the door literally for you to say, I'm going to use it doing all the fun stuff too. And I was saying, you know, it's almost an insurance policy with perks because yeah, we have it. We know that it's there for when we really, really need it. But even when we don't really, really need it, we'll be able to have so much fun with it. Going tailgating, going and saying we're going to go camping. Maybe it's the difference between going camping and not going camping. Now you don't have an excuse. Now whoever's saying, I don't want to do it because I can't do, well, now you can. And at only 13.5 pounds, this is something you're going to be able to definitely take with you. The other thing too is we make it even more portable because you're getting that carrying bag along with it. And of course, if you're deciding to get it with the solar panel, now you have true independence and reliance. You know, it's those two things. Feeling reliant on yourself is extremely, extremely important because sometimes you're the only one who you can really rely on.
Yeah, and you know, once you have an EcoFlow, you're gonna think of so many different ways to use it. We're doing some construction in our house, redoing our kitchen, and they're like, the electricity's gonna be out for a few hours. Well, it was time for me to have coffee and breakfast. I took out my EcoFlow, plugged in my coffee maker, made coffee, took out my Curtis Stone electric skittle grill, and plugged it in and then made my breakfast. And I'm like, okay, and I'm just drinking my coffee, eating my breakfast. I didn't miss a beat. You know, and I know that's obviously one of many, many reasons, but I'll tell you, part of your emergency preparedness doesn't have to just be for emergencies.
Right.
You will be surprised how much you'll use it. And by the way, I've actually lent it to people too. You know, oh, I have power, but you don't have power. So I have a girlfriend of mine, one of these many things in Florida where I had power, someone else didn't. I lent her my EcoFlow. She had it for a couple days, made all the difference in the world to her and her life, her and her boyfriend. And, you know, this is something that we don't do specials all the time. Once a year, at the beginning of hurricane season here in Florida, we do our emergency preparedness. This is our one and only EcoFlow of the year. And here it is. You're seeing the River 2 Max. This is the most affordable, the lowest price River Flow Eco Match anywhere in the country. Like, you can search this anywhere, the River 2, and you're not going to see any price better than the price that we have here. Now, I know you're deciding, should I get the solar panels or not? I'm personally going to tell you that for a couple of dollars difference, is it only $40 more? For only $40 more, you're getting the solar panels, which we do not sell by themselves for $40. They're hundreds of dollars by themselves. We usually sell them in a 2-pack. I think we have a 2-pack for $350. But if there is a power outage and it goes on for, you know, a day or so, you're going to want to reach, and you can recharge this and reuse over and over and over again. Recharge, reuse, recharge, reuse. Yeah, the solar panels will be worth their weight in gold. Don't you think so, Justin?
Oh, 100%. You know, again, that's where it takes you to the next level because you never know when you're going to continuously be out of power. Eventually, of course, as you use your power station, it's going to run out of power as well. How are you going to recharge it? You need to have the solar panels. Even when you're looking at that value, you know, one of the things you don't realize is that, you know, one of those 110-watt solar panels are roughly about $399. So the fact that even as a 2-pack, you could get them for basically, you know, 1.5 off, really, for $325. The unit itself, if you're deciding you want to just get it as standalone, definitely look at that 2-pack because the unit takes 220 watts of total solar input. So you can recharge this just with solar in less than 2.5 hours.
That's amazing.
Which is crazy.
That is amazing.
Which is absolutely crazy.
I love it. I love it. And in my house, by the way, I will say that I was so inspired by solar. We got solar for our whole house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. You know, but by the way, if there's a power outage, you still need your EcoFlow. I'm excited for those of you who are picking it up. This has been very popular all day. Very, very popular. I think when we launched it at midnight, almost double sold what we thought. We've already gone back to EcoFlow in order to have enough quantity for us to do this hour right here at 4 p.m. You know, it used to be like, okay, you live in Florida, okay, you live in Texas, okay, you live in, would name the places that you live. Remember that, Justin? Would name the places that maybe you need. Now it's like, okay, if you live in the Midwest, if you live in Northern California, if you live in, you know, there isn't really, I mean, if you live in New York City, blackouts, brownouts, this and that, the other thing. I mean, there's something really scary if you live by yourself in an apartment and there's everything is a blackout. If you get to plug in a lamp and a fan, all of a sudden, for me, anxiety goes from 1 million down to like reasonable levels.
Yeah, without a doubt, because I think what happens is when everything's taken away from you, like that, when the lightning strikes.
Here it comes. We're in Florida.
I want you all to realize we actually just lost power here. No, he didn't. But we did that did happen to us that one time.
That happened to us
actually
during
happened
a show.
to us a lot.
You and I did a show, and we literally lost power during an EcoFlow show.
In the middle of our EcoFlow
that
presentation.
That actually happened.
You imagine this happens, right? Life happens, and Murphy's Law, it's the worst possible time that you can come over to your EcoFlow and one touch of a button, and just a few seconds, my light and my fan are gonna turn on. And you know what's great about owning one of these is that one, you know you're gonna use it, but two, it's so easy to use. It's inside your home. It's on your kitchen island. This isn't something that's gonna be taking up a bunch of space, and it's easy to be able to just place on that kitchen island. Again, I want you to see this one touch of a button. I'm gonna be able to go ahead, if I can find it here, turn the the fan and the light on. I'm gonna do it one more time, and you're gonna see on that display, it's now going to calculate exactly how long it'll run that light and fan for. That's the other really cool thing about this, is that there's no guessing involved. So right there on the display, it's gonna tell me exactly how much wattage is being used. It's gonna tell me exactly how much percentage I have left, and then it's gonna calculate all of that now to time. It's gonna say I got roughly about 9 hours that I'll be able to run my light and my fan for. Again, when everything's been stripped away from you, because your power is out, knowing that you're not gonna be in the dark. If that's the difference between making sure that you're not fumbling around in a dark home, which can be very dangerous, that you're not fumbling around not only in a dark home, but in a hot home. Heat is one of the most deadly weather events you can experience. That's why during the summertime, we are always having unbelievable offers like this, because this is one of the most popular times for you to do it because of travel, and of course, because of these summer storms. And when you're out of power, when it's hot, it's 100 degrees outside, it can be 120 degrees inside. You need a way to keep yourself cool. Speaking of keeping yourself cool, this is also about keeping your food cool. I'm gonna go ahead and come over to one of the largest appliances where you have in your house, and you might be saying, there's no way it's gonna do your refrigerator. Yes, it absolutely will. 13.5 pounds, you come right over here, you plug it in, and in just a few seconds, we got lights that we've got connected inside the kitchen here, and then we also have the refrigerator lights that are gonna be coming on in a second as well. That's peace of mind. The reviews are phenomenal. There's a reason why this is a customer pick, because again, manageable power and many different variations of that. I know that I can control this. I know that I can feel confident doing exactly what you're seeing me do right now. And then again, it's gonna show me roughly about 4 hours with that compressor running at 103 watts. I'll be able to run that refrigerator for keeping my food cool, keeping my freezer running as well.
Yeah, and you know, the other thing I like about this is there's no gasoline, and there's no like, okay, make sure you have it away from your house, or, you know, disaster will strike for tragedy for your family. This is, you know, you can leave it in your house, in your garage. I've actually keep mine in my garage. It's charged, by the way. I turn mine on, and you can see it's charged, and yeah, you can charge your cell phone and your tablet and your earbuds, and you can charge all things like that, but also your refrigerator, your lamp, you can plug in your fan, you can continue living. Now, I'm not saying that this is gonna, you know, take over a whole house generator for a month. No, that's not what this is. This is really emergency preparedness, where you wanna have, you know, power goes out, you need power on right away, and you need it on for, you know, this many hours, depending on what it is you're plugging in. It depends on how many hours, but it gets you through the emergency. And if you want to recharge it and use it over and over and over again, you can with the solar panels. And by the way, while you're charging it with the solar panels, you can simultaneously have things plugged in. You don't have to have it unplugged and then charge it. You can keep it plugged in and have it simultaneously charging with the solar panels. That's another thing that I learned because I own one. Think about the price, $850. That's the regular price, $850. It's right there on your screen. If you're getting it with the solar panels, it's $850. That's what it's gonna be in a couple of hours. The shipping and handling is gonna go back to $20.97, almost $21, which is pretty good shipping considering, you know, sending this anywhere in the country. Zero's better. So instead of spending $850 in a couple of hours, get it for $379.99 with the solar panels. Use your HSN card, it'll be $32 a month. Very, very affordable. Or any major credit card, and it's $76 a month. You have 30 days, get it home. If you don't, you know, if you don't love it, it doesn't meet your expectations, you can return anything you get at HSN, you have 30 days. But I will tell you, when you are in August and then there's blackout after blackout and you're like, I'm gonna go back to hsn.com and buy, these aren't gonna be here. Even for $8.50, we won't have them in stock.
I was gonna say, these aren't gonna last the day.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And you know, we do this once a year, Justin. It's not like in the middle of hurricane season, August, September, in the middle of the summer when everyone's using the power and your air conditioning goes out. That's not what, we have it right now today, and that's it for the year. Today's the day.
June 1st is the beginning of hurricane season. I know you, as you were saying, you know, it doesn't matter if you are in Florida, you're thinking about hurricanes. There are obviously many reasons. It's almost like pick your poison recently of why you could lose power. Of course, this is something that you're going to use throughout the year. So it's not just summertime storms. But I wanted to go ahead and echo what Helen was just saying, especially with the solar panel. You know, yes, 90+% of you pick the option with the solar panel because of the value. But 90+% of you are also going to get an unbelievable experience because you have it. We talk about independence and reliance. You know, independence and sustainability is ultimately reliance, and reliance on yourself. Here's what I love about this. Helen, you were just talking about this, the gas, right? Again, let me reveal that. Would you like a solar panel or would you want gasoline? For so many of us, we think, well, what does this represent? You know, it's funny because every time I even have this inside, it's like, it feels unsafe just having a gas can inside the house or inside studio. But you need a gas generator. You need a propane generator, be able to obviously have any type of form of gas, whether it's, of course, propane and or regular gasoline. You need to be able to have a home where you can run that. If you live in an apartment, if you live in a condo, this is not even an option. And that's really what I want to speak to is options. You know, whether you have a generator or not, you still need an option. So even for those of you who have generators, this could just be a perfect additional option for you in your home where you're not running your gas generator all day, all night. Storage of power running 80% of your home appliances, but now, whether you do or do not have a generator, you've got a solar panel where you can be able to recharge your power station for days and days on end without having to worry about, well, when's the power going to come back on? You can return power to this via the sun, and you're doing it without residual payments. You're doing it for free with the sun. So we love that. But it's not just here to recharge. And what am I referring to? The solar panel. Not just here to recharge your power station. As Helen was just saying, you can actually use it in conjunction with your power station. What that is called a solar generator. So now anything that I've got plugged into my power station, whether it's my phones, my tablets, whether it's my light, my refrigerator, it's all being powered via the sun because the solar panel is converting that sun's energy into electricity. It's passing it through my power station to anything I've got plugged in. So as I said, you get 220 total watts of solar input. So that's 220 free watts of power that I can be using to run all of those appliances that I got plugged in.
Yeah, even if you have some sort of porch or little room that hasn't been insulated and you're like, oh, I'd love to sit out there and just have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine at night, but there's no breeze. You could bring a fan out there and bring your EcoFlow. You could plug it in and then just enjoy that space. It really, makes it, maybe you're doing some work in the garage. It's Father's Day. Maybe you've got a new tool that you go in the garage. I guess that's what guys do, right?
Yeah. Have you seen the videos where they're pretending to be doing stuff and they're just banging?
If you're pretending to do stuff in the garage, but it's hot in there, you can plug in a fan. Not everybody's garage has plugs in it where you could plug it. Not everybody has an extra. We call it a Florida room.
I was just going to say, anybody who's ever been in a Florida room / sauna.
A Florida room that's basically like a little room that's screened in that doesn't have electricity or insulation, and it's nice. It's a nice idea, but it gets quite hot. So plug in that fan. You'll use this all the time. I think about Halloween. There was always that family that showed a movie on the side of their house, and how do you do that? You've got your little power generator. You plug in your projector, and then you show that little Halloween movie on the side of the garage, and all the kids come over. There's so many different fun ways, to have your own little outdoor drive-in movie. I think of all the customers that over the years customers have, given us more and more ideas.
Yeah.
Because when we first launched it, we're like, okay, power goes out, you need a cup of coffee. Like to me, I was like, emergency. I need a light, I need a cup of coffee, I need a fan. But you guys have said all the fun things that you've done. Maybe you've taken your, your margarita maker and you've made, frozen tropical drinks in your, when you've got your, what do you have that party outside your truck? What do you call it? Tailgating. Sorry. I know there was a name for it. Tailgating. These are things that our customers have said over the years.
Well, no, I'm laughing too because it's all of our emergencies are different,
Yeah.
right?
Obviously, I'm not a huge sports person, so I didn't know the name of it.
Tailgating.
Yeah,
coffee.
tailgating. If that was a question on Jeopardy, I wouldn't have got it.
But we all do. We all have those things that we're like, no, if I'm out of power, I need my coffee, right? I mean, it's we joke about it, but those are certain things in our life where we call them our creature comforts that we do not want to be without. Some of us might be like, I run very hot. I do not want to think about being without a fan or AC for more than an hour, let alone thinking 5 hours. But I want you to also consider, of course, this isn't still an investment. It's an investment in having that peace of mind in your home. But I want you to have a little bit more ease of deciding on this one, because here's what's amazing about not just the value, but the product itself. I said that EcoFlow is the #1 brand in the world, #1 brand here in HSN for power stations. This particular power station is brand new. It's cutting edge. And the reason is because it's a brand new battery system that's built inside of it. Before we had something that was called basically a lithium-ion battery. And we would have something called life cycles. We still do. Every battery has a life cycle and multiple life cycles. And best way to clearly describe it is your cell phone. Have you ever been frustrated? You have a cell phone, it's 3 years old, and you're saying it just doesn't hold the charge that it used to? Well, you only have a allotted amount of life cycles for any battery before the battery just doesn't charge from 0 to 100% anymore. On the original River line, because this is our River 2, you get roughly about 300 life cycles, which was industry standard. Now, with your River 2, if I said you get 600, you say, wow, great, it's double. If I said you get 3 times as much, you say, wow, okay, that's even better as well. You get 3,000 life cycles for your River 2 Max as opposed to the original, which is 300. So It's a brand new LFP battery.
I don't think I even knew that, Justin. That's a huge difference.
I mean,
it's like a game changer.
It really is, because for any of our new power stations, they are all LFP, because that now is and should be the industry standard. And it's the same battery system that you'll find in a Tesla. That's the reason, again, is because they charge faster, they last longer. So what we say too is that you get about a 10-year, and even that video that we even saw earlier was, at a bare minimum, a 10-year lifespan. So if you had one life cycle every day, you could have this for the next 10 years before the battery didn't charge from 0 all the way up to 100%.
Yeah, I mean, and that's pretty amazing. Like, I'm trying to digest that. That's a really big deal. And you think about emergency preparedness. Like, what does that mean? Think about when the lights go out. What's the first thing you do? Do you look for a flashlight or a candle? You light a candle, and then you have to worry about that knocking over, and then you've got another problem. Do you have batteries in the house? Okay, you've got one flashlight. But do you have, is it hot? Is it, what's the temperature like? What about getting food? What about calling someone? Do you have power? Maybe you have like a little power bank, but maybe that needed charging. Well, you always know that you're able to call somebody. What about if you have kids? What about you're fine, everybody's eating, the power goes out, the kids nowadays without their, tablets and game this and game that. This is like, if you're having the grandkids come over and there's a power outage, good luck. You need this. That is emergency prearrest, Justin.
That's the beginning of a horror movie.
It is the beginning of, right, grandparents see grandchildren.
What do you mean no internet?
What do you mean no internet? What do you mean no, no tablet,
what
no
am
game?
I supposed to do with myself?
We have to talk to each other?
Scrabble?
You're right.
Yeah, life, like I said, it should feel consistent and continue to go on. And again, back to the idea of options. Before, this is the 6th-year anniversary of EcoFlow here at HSM. Before anything like this existed, what did we do? We were still either at the mercy of our power company, or we had the option of gas and propane. if that was even an option for us. If we lived in an apartment or condo, that wasn't an option. So really, we were left with none. To know that you have this option now, especially at a perfect time to say, what's our plan? Do we have one? You call your honey, say, what are we gonna do, right? And how many people have we spoken to, not only here in the studio, but friends and new people have moved to Florida and said, I know we're gonna have a hurricane at some point in time. We need to be prepared. Be proactive. Don't be reactive, so that when this happens, when the thunder strikes and the lightning hits, you say, oh, no, not again, not again. I've got family coming over. I've got family already over. I got the grandkids. I don't even want to talk to the grandkids, let alone, you know. We need a plan. We truly, truly do. I want you to see, we have our light and our fan. One touch of a button, I'll turn it back off, just to, again, really illustrate to you how simple this is. One touch again to turn it back on, to have my light, my fan running. And then it'll even show me exactly how long it'll run for. 8 hours for my light and my fan. I have an induction burner right here, a Curtis Stone induction burner, which thank God, because I'm freezing in the studio. The whole reason why I've had it on this long is because I just wanted it to warm my hands. I've been freezing here. When you don't have hair on your head, you lose a lot of heat. To know that I could cook my food with something that only weighs 13.5 pounds, be able to have it, and by the way, you can do it for 2 hours on this induction burner. I could have a pan right here, cooking bacon, cooking eggs, cooking whatever you desire. To know that, yes, it's nice to have cold food, but then to have that creature comfort, like we were saying, to be able to still have hot food too. The other thing I want to talk to, we were talking about the longevity aspect of the batteries. Well, that leads me to the fact that it's not a 2-year warranty with this, it's a 5-year warranty that you're getting with your power station. You're getting a 12-month warranty for your solar panel, a 5-year warranty for your power station. In the world of electronics, I can tell you, I've been doing this for 10 years and I've been around all of this. Well, Helen, you know, you've been doing electronics for, right?
For 15 years, I have. I've never seen a 5-year warranty, and I'll tell you this, I own an EcoFlow. I did not get a 5-year warranty on it.
Unless it has an LFP battery system, it would have
I got the old battery, I got it a while ago.
Right, we would do a 2-year warranty, which was still fantastic.
Which was good at the time, yeah.
Unless it has an LFP, it won't have the 5-year warranty. So 5-year warranty to know that you have that peace of mind, which again, talk about peace of mind. We have US-based customer service as well. If you get this at home, as simple as it may be, and you have any type of questions, you have a phone number that you can call right here that you'll be able to speak to somebody right here in the United States. So again, more peace of mind there. And then let's talk even further on the technology aspect of the battery. We talk about recharge rate, but here, let me break it down in a way where I feel like it'll be pretty clear at how amazing this is. We used to say from 0 to 80% in an hour. This is now 0 to 100% in an hour, but this is the kicker. This isn't twice as fast as the competition. It's not 3 times as fast as the competition. It's 6 to 7 times faster than our competitors. 6 to 7 times faster. We set the standard, and this is without a doubt, again, not just portable, our most portable option, but this is the most cutting edge option that we have available right now.
Yeah, and you know, let's take a look at the value. I know we're taking a look at the camels, very important. But I love to get. We are a fan of the camels. I don't want to pick on the camels. Are pretty cool, but you know, it's like you said, you guys are going to find more uses for them than we could even ever think of. And I love that video. It's like you're going on an adventure, and you can have power wherever you go. When you look at our today's special price, so this is the lowest price we've ever done. This is the lowest price we found. In the marketplace right now, this is it, the lowest price. Not by a little, this $850 is what this is gonna be in a couple of hours. The EcoFlow Tech River 2 Max power station with the solar panels will be $850. I'm sorry, yeah, $850 in a couple of hours at midnight, because it's a Today Special. Right now, it's $379.99. If you have an HSN card, you could take a year to pay it off. It breaks down to, what did I say, $32 a month. I did the math before I came out here. You get a year to pay it off, and it's, I already have an HSN card, but if you don't have one, you can apply, you can get one. There's no financing fee. There's no interest, no fee, no nothing. It's $32 a month. But if you wait a couple of hours till tomorrow, midnight, here on the East Coast, $850, which still not a bad deal to, you know, to have this and 5-year warranty. That's amazing. But if you get it without the solar panels, it's $339.99. It's only $40 difference. Justin and I are like shaking our heads. It's only $40 difference between getting the EcoFlow by itself and getting the EcoFlow with the solar panel. And it makes logical sense. If there's a power outage, you might want to recharge your battery. This is going to be your battery that you recharge, reuse, recharge, reuse. How can you recharge it if there's no power? Well, that's where the solar panel comes in. And for $40, it's going to, I mean, it makes all the difference. And also, we do have a 2-pack on hsn.com. Which, and just to give you an idea of the value of the solar panels, we have 2 of them on hsn.com for $349.99. So, and it's on sale. That's actually the sale price, Justin.
Right.
That's not the regular price.
Yeah.
That's on sale. It's quite a big sale. It's usually $600 for 2 solar panels. $600 for 2 solar panels. And if you get the Today Special, it's $40 to get a solar panel. So you decide if you want this or not, but if you get it, I'm highly suggesting you choose the one with the solar panels, right, Justin?
Yeah, without a doubt. And again, don't forget, we have the carry bag too for the unit itself.
That's included, it's not extra.
Right, and you know, if we eliminated the solar panel from the option of the, you know, as an available option too, the bag itself is $80. You'll still be getting the bag half off. We have the solar panel that's typically $300. Right, when we originally launched it, we said this doesn't make sense. I think this might be a mistake because anytime we've had the bundle option, the bundle being the solar panel, but we've typically just have the solar panel as the bundle, but now we have the bag included too. It's always well over $150 difference. So yeah, it's kind of like an easy no-brainer. You know, we think about all the different ways in our world, in everybody else's world, that how somebody's going to use it, and then yet when we have this, we come up with even more ideas. One of the things at a most basic level is internet and home office. We joked about it with the kids, but of course, even for a lot of us who are professionals who are still working from home, we need a way to make sure that at any given moment, the world continues to move forward, we need to move forward with it. This could be what we call an EPS, which is an emergency power system. So when you have your EcoFlow plugged into the wall and anything plugged into this, as soon as you lose power, this will automatically switch over in 3 milliseconds to continue to power whatever you've got plugged in. So we talk about, well, how can I use that? Well, perfect for your home office. So if you were to lose power, if you're still working, you won't lose power to your computer. But what happens when you're not even home? When we had to evacuate recently for one of our recent hurricanes, I used this as an EPS for my refrigerator that I just spent $400 on food for, even though we then eventually had to evacuate, and my fish tank. So even when we weren't home, I was able to use my EcoFlow. So you will have a multitude of ways that you're going to come up with to use it, and that's why we say, you know, when we think about options and alternatives, gas generators are great. Propane generators are great. They have their purpose. This has even more purposes than just sitting there and waiting for that emergency. This is something you're going to be able to have fun with, enjoy it, and then it's going to be that backbone and that plan that you made today for when you truly need it for that emergency.
You know, it made me think about how so many more people are working from home, Justin, that used to. My husband used to travel all over the world for work, and now he works at home. And I think that's a lot of people. People here at HSN work from home. And you may not want to be cooped up in that one little tiny room of your house. Maybe you want to go outside.
Yeah.
And maybe you want to sit on the, like in the backyard, and maybe you want to, and you're like, well, I got to go in because that's the coffee maker is plugged in there, and you could set up a little outdoor workspace, and maybe a couple afternoons, weather's nice, you could work outside and have everything be powered right here with your EcoFlow. This will be your outdoor workspace, because I know that a little bit of a change of scenery, you know, you're not with coworkers anymore, you don't have that energy, so it's nice to have like a little different location once in a while. Think about this for your home office, for, you know, changing the location to a place in your house where maybe there's another place in your house powerhouse. Well, I could do it in the Florida room, but there's nowhere to plug in anything. And I got to plug in my printer, and I got to plug in my, shredder, and I got to plug in my, there's all these little office equipment things.
Yeah.
Well, now you got your EcoFlow, and you can take any room and make it a home office, or even outside, and make it outside. Maybe you've got a teenager and they want to have all their friends over, and you don't want them in your house, trashing your house. Believe me, I'm a mom, I can say that. Happy Father's Day, everyone. You're like, you know what, let's take the party outside. Oh, but Mom, we need to plug this in, we need to have that in. Okay, no problem. EcoFlow to the rescue. We'll plug in, all your music and the whatever, So think about all the times that this is gonna make a difference. I don't want you to spend $850. Which is what it's gonna be in a couple hours. I want you to do the $379.99. You get the solar panels, you get a case for your EcoFlow, you get the 5-year warranty included, and also you've got power and fun anywhere. It's not just, okay, emergency preparedness, it's also, we're gonna go camping. You can go camping in the backyard with this. If you've got somebody that's like a little nervous, like, oh, I don't wanna not have lights, or, always have the kids and the grandkids entertained because you always have power. Your cell phone, obviously you can use your cell phone and all, your earbuds and all the, your beauty tools, like everything you can use to recharge it, but you can, plug in a fan, you can plug in your medical equipment, your CPAP machine, your nebulizer. CPAP machine, 8 hours. What did you say, like 8 to 10 hours?
Yeah.
8 to 10 hours for a CPAP machine. Those of you who need to have a CPAP machine, if there's a power outage, you may be like, okay, we got to spend $300 on a hotel because I can't sleep. Well, now you can. Now you can. If you use it one time for that, it'll be worth its weight in gold, worth the price. So Justin and I are gonna come back after the break, and we're gonna do a whole other presentation. We're gonna start from the beginning. Read the reviews. It's a big customer pick on hsn.com. Pat, we're gonna take a little break now, right? Yeah, so we're gonna take a little break. And then we're going to come back after a minute. But I do want to mention one of the sales we're having on hsn.com, which is up to 30% off rugs that we have. I actually took advantage of it and bought a new rug for my home from a brand on hsn.com called Safavia. They're absolutely stunning rugs, and you would think they'd be thousands of dollars, and they're just a couple $100. There's a huge array of indoor rugs, outdoor rugs. Putting an outdoor rug on an outdoor space, now that you're gonna have your home office out there with your new EcoFlow, it's gonna look so beautiful. So go to hsn.com. You can see all the different rug brands. You pick out the style you want, and then it has all sorts of different sizes too. You can get runners, you can get the 8x10 rugs, they have round rugs. So all the rugs in my house are from hsn.com. Beautiful rugs. We're gonna take a teeny little break, and then we'll be right back after this.
I created Nakery Beauty to address your biggest beauty concerns. At Nakery, we work with scientists to create highly effective products using powerful ingredients that work together to target your specific needs. This is skincare for your whole body, and we're proud to be considered an HSN Clean Beauty brand. Inspired by women like you, Nakery is dedicated to providing cutting-edge innovations so you can feel beautiful all over.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
The HSN deal is a great value that we bring to you every day. Thanks to our long and valued partnerships with the brands you love most, we are able to offer amazing products at great values. Shop the HSN deal with confidence from us to you.
I couldn't be more excited.
Things are heating up on Getting Grilled with Curtis Stone.
This is all going to be cut.
I don't know what to say.
Join award-winning chef Curtis Stone as he puts his guests from the worlds of film, music, sports, and beyond in the hot seat.
Strangest thing that you've ever done before a race. Who was your celebrity crush growing up, Brian? There's no point coming to see a chef if he doesn't teach you something. I want to compliment myself, but that's bloody good.
Getting Grilled with Curtis Stone. Streaming free only on HSN Plus.
Life happens, and when it does, HSN Protection Plus, powered by Allstate Protection Plans, is there to make you good again, quick and easy. HSN Protection Plus offers a standard plan to cover your purchases from breakdowns during normal use, as well as mechanical or electrical failures. You can also add the Accident Plan Plus to cover accidental damage for portable electronics like tablets or headphones. Plans are available for a wide variety of products, including electronics, small appliances, fitness equipment, furniture, mattresses, jewelry, and lawn and garden items. All plans cover parts and labor with no deductibles or hidden fees. Allstate's award-winning service team will get you back up and running fast by repairing, replacing, or reimbursing you for your damaged item up to the purchase price. Adding HSN Protection Plus powered by Allstate Protection Plans to your purchases is easy. You can do it online at checkout or ask your customer care rep while making a purchase over the phone.
Well, I'm so glad you're joining us here at HSN. My name is Helen Keeney, and we are doing our annual Today Special with EcoFlow. So what EcoFlow has done is they've bumped up their technology and lowered the price, similar to all electronics. You notice how our laptops are having so many more features and the price is going down, 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 down. I mean, to be honest, I spent almost double for my EcoFlow, and I got less of a warranty, and I can use it less than this one. So it's just, and I got mine years ago. So you're getting the most amazing deal. So you choose to get the EcoFlow by itself for $339.99, or for $40 more, you get the solar panel that will recharge the EcoFlow. Now, the EcoFlow can be recharged by plugging it in, but if there is indeed a power outage, you certainly can use it for a while, but once you want to recharge it, you may have to go somewhere, drive around to where there isn't a power outage, unless you have the solar panels. And by the way, it can be simultaneously charged with the solar panel while you have things plugged in and you're using it. Like, you know, maybe you're plugging in using a tablet or a lamp or a fan or, you know, medical equipment, the CPAP machine, nebulizer, and you could plug in more than one thing at once. You can see all the plugs. It has USB ports. It's going to be really fun to use it for tailgating, for camping, for that home office that maybe you want it outside. You can, you know, plug in your shredder and your printer. This is really just mobile power. So instead of getting a gas can and having a gas generator and having all the safety concerns of that, think about doing the EcoFlow. It's Emergency Preparedness Month. It's on our minds here in Florida. It's the beginning of hurricane season. This is the time I want to introduce my special guest. Justin Hyatt is here, and he's giving us all the ins and outs. And you know, Justin, we were talking about this before the show. I was like, yeah, hurricane season, I think it's going to be like not a good one. I think there's going to be a lot of hurricanes. And then you gave me some statistics that scared me.
Well,
what did you say NOAA said?
Yeah, I know. After I said no, I was like, she's probably thinking, who's NOAA?
No, that's the National Oceanic Atmospheric
and Administration.
Okay, yeah. I was pretty close. I almost had the whole acronym.
Yeah, I thought you had it.
Yeah.
So obviously, they probably know what they're talking about. They said 85% sure that this is going to be the busiest hurricane season to date. And we can only hope that they're completely wrong, right?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We hope that 85% was just like a misprint. But assuming that it's not, we have to then consider, all right, well, if that's the case, let's make sure that we're prepared for anything, no matter what. Not only that, we need to make sure, regardless, that we're ready for any rolling blackout, any type of situation where, for instance, like I just experienced, I was one of 4 houses, somebody ran into the power pole, and I was out of power for probably 6 hours. Okay, whatever random thing that might happen, we need to be ready, we need to be prepared. But of course, yes, hurricane season, June 1st kicks that off for us here. We think it's limited to just Florida, but what have we seen in the past few years? It's the whole entire Gulf. It's all the way up the East Coast, all the way into Georgia and Tennessee and North Carolina, all the way up to the Northeast. The Northeast is getting slammed with these major kind of heat waves already that they're just kind of not prepared for. And in those times, we have to think about about what's going to happen to the power grid and how we're going to keep ourselves cool. I want to give you a quick tour, and then we're going to walk into the intimate place in our house, the bedroom. Okay, digital display gives you every bit of information that you need, but you do have all of your ports right here that you can go ahead and recharge your smaller devices. The other really cool thing about the River 2 is that you also have that USB-C port for all of your newer devices, but this one's unique. It is also not just an output, but an input. So if you ever forget that AC cable that we give included that will recharge the unit itself, you can use that USB-C port to recharge the unit as well. So now you have 4 different ways to recharge it. We've got our AC outlet. To recharge it, again, fastest in the industry from 0 to 100% in an hour. Now you also have your DC adapter, so while you're driving, you can recharge it that way. You have your solar, and now you also have your USB-C. So multiple ways right there. Speaking of AC, this is a brand new version. So originally we had just 2-prong AC outlets, and now we've added 2 additional 3-prong grounded AC outlets right here. You also have your DC adapters, because DC is a lot more efficient than AC. And since we're talking about plugging things in, how are we going to recharge it? We have our port right here, which is how you'll plug it into the wall with that AC outlet. And this right here is for 2 different options, your solar and for your DC. Having said all of that, you see the handle right here? I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to carry it using the fact that this is only 13.5 pounds so that we can go from place to place. And Helen, you were saying, yeah, the whole entire house is our home office now, right? It's not just the home office. No, the kitchen's our home office. The bedroom's our home office. Anywhere you've decided is going to be the home office, that's going to be your home office. But we talk about different type of appliances, but how about medical devices? I'm just going to go ahead and plug in my CPAP machine. Once we get this running here in just a few seconds, you're going to see that this is going to run my CPAP machine for roughly about 10 hours. And the nice thing that we get to do is we get to show you it in real time. This isn't something that we kind of sit here and we say, we'll show you a graphic. In just a few seconds, we'll turn this on and read the reviews as well while I'm saying that, because there's a reason why it's a customer pick, and they speak to exactly that, using this as that backup for that CPAP machine. You know, your CPAP machine is roughly about $700, at least this one is. How about that right there? 9 to 10 hours that you'll be able to use your CPAP machine. We don't have to sit, we don't have to wait, we don't have to guess. It converts that wattage, depending on our percentage, for how long we'll be able to run that CPAP. And then once that levels out, that'll jump back up to roughly about 9 to 10 hours. It's just kind of kicking in and warming itself up. But knowing that we've got that, even if it was 4 hours, which I know it's going to go back to 9 to 10 hours, you'll be able to have that peace of mind knowing that we have that backup for ourselves for that. Wait, what? No, you're kidding me, right? This isn't happening again. It's the gut-wrenching feeling of the lights going out, everything going just dead silent, and then thinking, well, how are we gonna run the CPAP machine? Oh, this is gonna be a long night. Well, no, it doesn't have to be anymore. Imagine having something like this right by your bedside, completely silent. Your CPAP machine, trust me, is gonna be louder than the unit itself while it's running. Again, we're at 91%. We're back up to about 7%. Oh, there we go, up to 8, back up to 8 hours, excuse me, on that CPAP machine. Here's the other thing, talk about figure numbers of 8. I want to unplug the CPAP machine. I want you to see this. This blew me away, Helen. I wasn't really sure. I was thinking maybe we'd get roughly about like 4 hours with this. You're gonna, well, if you had a number to guess how long it would run a portable AC unit, and not just you, but anybody watching, like a magician, think of a number, right?
I wasn't even sure you could use a portable AC unit with it.
It will run this portable AC unit for 8 hours. 8 hours. That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy to me. We, again, at 90%, we'll say 7 hours. But we were also using the same unit for an induction burner, for everything else that we had plugged in.
You could be recharging it with the solar panels and have it just go indefinitely.
So perfect example. So this AC unit is using roughly about 37 watts. So to Helen's point, if this is during the daytime, I could have my solar panel out. Let's just say it's just the one solar panel that you're receiving at home with that bundle, so 110 watts. We'll be able to use that solar panel and then again, convert this into a solar generator so the sun will be running the AC. That means that although this says 8 hours, that's just running off of battery. If we now included the solar panel, this will run all day off of the sun.
Right.
for hours.
Hours and hours.
And then 8 hours all by itself.
Yeah, and that is, when you were like, I even said, we took a little break. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go over to the air conditioner. I'm like, get to the good stuff. That is the good stuff. You know, you think about it, you think, okay, this is gonna charge my phone, it's gonna charge my tablet, run a fan. What, you can plug in a full-size refrigerator? You can plug in an air conditioner. And by the way, we sell these portable air conditioners on hsn.com. I just did a presentation of one of these with Tracy Rosa just a few days ago. So I would check it out on hsn.com because this is the time of year that we have good deals on the portable air conditioners. Don't come to us in August. They'll all be sold out. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not even sure if we have any on hsn.com now, but we get them in this time of year. But included the solar panel for $40 more. So this EcoFlow Tech River 2 by itself, $339.99. For $40 more, you get a solar panel included. We sell these solar panels by themselves, and you can buy them by themselves. I'll show them to you. They're on hsn.com. You get a 2-pack, and I know it's on sale for $349 for 2 of them. Usually they're $600, but today they're on sale for $349.99. They're 110 watt. What are the watts, the ones that come with it?
110.
Oh, it's the same?
It's the same, yeah.
I thought maybe it was a different wattage because it was like, all right, $40 more, everybody. Obviously, that's the deal of the century, is getting it with the solar panel. Like, our eyes are like popping out of our heads. It's such a great deal. I definitely recommend you get it with the solar panel because you're gonna have that portable air conditioning going indefinitely. And the sun goes, and by the way, when the sun goes down, obviously, okay, you're not charging the solar panel, you plug it in and it'll get you through 8 hours. And then when the sun comes up, you could recharge it and have the air conditioner go on. Hopefully your power outage only goes for a few hours. You know, I wanna make sure I say this. There are parts of the country, California, where the government makes you have a blackout. Like, they actually did that. They're like, we're gonna turn the power off because we just don't think it's like what people should have right now. I'm like, what? My daughter lives in California. Like, you have to have some backup, and it's dangerous to be that hot. It's not like, oh, I'm hot, I'm sweating, I don't like it. It's actually dangerous. Babies, older people like myself.
Yeah, it's like they sit there and they think, older people.
Like myself, I'm older, I'm over 60, I don't want to be hot,
Which
it's
is
dangerous.
still mind-blowing, there's no way that's possible.
Well, I'm run on an EcoFlow.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly.
It's like the government, they sit there and say, what's the best time to turn the power off? Yeah, when it's 100 degrees during the summertime.
Right, that's when they turn it off.
Let's do it then.
Oh, no.
I don't think that's probably the best time to do it. We need our own source of power. Back to the points that we were making at the very beginning. We want to feel independent. We want to feel reliant. What does that mean to you? To feel reliant on yourself. That's the independent part. Because there are things that we can't control. There are. The things we can control is that we prepare for those things that we can't. Knowing that at some point in time, the power is going to go out, and we don't know why, and it could be for a good reason, it could be for a bad reason, never going to be a great reason, and it's always Murphy's Law. No joke. No joke. Helen and I are doing a presentation with EcoFlow standing right here, making the exact same point, and we thought that we were just simulating it again in the studio, and it was real. It was real.
We did. We had a real power outage in the middle of an EcoFlow presentation. That actually happened.
And that was God saying, yep, I hear you guys. That is
right.
Exactly what's going on.
God was saying, that's a good idea.
Right. That was
EcoFlow is a good idea.
Right. But what you're noticing is, and this is your home right now, that the lights stay on, that the fans stay on, and that this is something at 13.5 pounds, it's such a small form factor that can fit right here on your kitchen island, that it's not something that you have to worry about that will only and can only run outside. This doesn't need gas, this doesn't need propane. All it needs is more power. How do you get that more power? Via the solar panel during the day. Right here, it's saying roughly about 8 to 9 hours with our light and our fan. I haven't turned this off since the very beginning of the presentation, and we still have roughly about 93% left. Think about that. If it's the difference between being in a dark home, and obviously opposite of that, a bright home with lights, or a hot home or a cool home with our fan. That is extremely important. Again, is it so important at this time of the year to be prepared? Because as we were just saying, if the government decides wherever you live, when it's 100+ degrees out, that hey, we came up with a great idea. We're going to turn the power off for a little bit, just because the whole grid's overrun. Because I know all of you are